Welcome, everybody, to the
I'm Fat Podcast
snacks are best saved for later.
with Jay Zawoski
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
and Rick Camp.
Out of the mist came a beast more stomach than man.
Welcome into another edition of the I'm Fat Podcast, brought to you by our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, Fredo's Culinary Kitchen, and Nick and Ivy Brewing. We are live on the YouTubes, on Facebook.
I think we're just live on YouTube today.
Let's go with just YouTube. Screw it. Either way, we're live. He's Jay, and I'm Rick.
Hello. All right,
And-
good show.
Yeah, all right.
Look, we're fat. Okay, bye.
Right. Such is life.
Yeah. No, we actually have a lot to get to today. We got to get to I went to Homewood Brewing Company, got some good stuff at Trader Joe's. I know you've got some fun national ice cream news, other things to get to. So yeah, lots to do.
Let me do one of these. Let's at least do like just the littlest bit of working for some TSL here with your Homewood Brewing thing, because I know that's going to be a big part of this. Let me do one of these first.
Can I do my propers first? Because I forgot.
Yeah, I guess.
Yes, social media at I'm Fat Pod, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and we're on Blue Sky. I don't know how to say the the handles on Blue Sky.
They're weird.
It's
but...
I'm Fat Pod. Like, you'll find us.
Yeah.
It's I'm Fat Pod .bsky.social, I think is the way you say it.
Yeah, I think so.
But we're on there too, so we'll just be cross posting from one to the other. If you are done with Twitter, which is fine. We got merch, imfatmerch.com, patreon.com/imfatpod, which has changed somehow. I'll figure that out. It's another thing I need to cross off my list. But yeah, most importantly, you're here. We appreciate it. If you're watching us live on Facebook or on YouTube, rather, please do us a favor and smash that like button for us and subscribe to the page. Very, very helpful. If you're listening on the podcast, we love you too. Make sure you are following on your favorite podcast app and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. All right. Let the show begin.
All right. I will do one of the national ice cream things off the top, and I'll do one it's not released, or it is released, and I have not had it, but I am thoroughly intrigued.
All right.
By the concept of trolley gummy pops. So think of your like the trolley worms, like your sour worms, but it's kind of a mix between a gummy and a popsicle type thing. I heard it described as like more of like a creamy texture.
Interesting.
And when the video that I saw of a taste test of it had one, it was like take the stick and you could actually shake the stick and it would move. Yeah.
Ears are about to get busy.
Yep. Yes, they are. Yes. The producer in me is hearing everything I say, which is a problem. But it's something that in the next week I will make sure to do that. So I'm going to make sure to go and try that.
That is interesting. I'm trying to think of it's almost like a gelatinous ice cream.
Kinda, yeah.
I feel like there's something in my past that is similar to this. Don't give me that face.
I mean, did go to Catholic school, so.
Oh, God.
4 minutes in.
If I told you the story of...
Oh, God. Where is that going?
Okay, no. So, actually, my high school guidance counselor was caught with materials. And I was in college at the time, and my roommate had gone to the same high school as me. And it's like 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, no.
And our phone rings. And we have it's college in 1998.
Okay.
So it's like a bat phone. It's like,
sure.
Yeah.
So
my roommate sits up and he's like, hello? What? It's his mom. And I can hear on the other
Yeah.
side. You know, it's like, what are you talking about? She's like, were you molested? He's like, what? It's 5:30 in the morning. She saw it on the news and freaked out and called us basically
Yeah.
to inquire if we were okay. And
So this guy had things that Steve puts on cars.
yes, exactly. No, I think it was photographic materials.
Oh, okay.
But never, we were never, and no one I know at the school was ever abused.
No.
So, you know, that was an interesting morning.
Yeah,
Started
I can
off
imagine.
just, I mean, 5:30 in the morning for a college student.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, that's just wait. Even
The
if I
fact-
was, call me back.
Right. Like the fact that even with those loud, like the phone being that loud, then
Yeah,
that's still amazing to wake up as a college student at 5:30 for a phone.
it wakes up the floor too.
Well, there's that, but still.
All right, sorry. All right, so you're gonna try these this week.
Yes.
Let me know where you find them
Okay.
because we are a gummy bear family. We
Yes.
are gummy bear enthusiasts. There's a guy, actually a CHGO fan, who comes to every game, not every game, but several games a year from St. Louis. And
Mhm.
like as a greeting, he brings us gummy bears, like bags of gummy bears,
Nice.
and hands them to us in a press box. And
Mhm.
I remembered I had those last night, and I threw them at Hope when she was grabbing. She's like,
So you're telling me you wasted gummy bears?
well, I got some too.
Okay.
Gummy bears, that is.
Okay.
All right, so that sounds good. I am really trying to think of what that was though. I'm picturing like were there popsicles that looked like crayons, like multi-tier, different color,
I f-
like maybe
I
every
think
2
so.
inches or so is a different color and it looked like a crayon. Was that a popsicle?
I don't know about looks like a crayon, but I remember there were ones that almost are like for little kids, like the cups where it's like they're different sizes.
Okay, yeah.
Like the top layer is one flavor, then the next layer is another flavor. It's almost like a popsicle version of like a gobstopper in a way.
Okay, yeah. All right, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm trying it. Let me know where
Yes.
you find it, and I will get
Okay.
some too, and maybe I'll even save them for the show.
Cool.
I doubt it, but I might.
Save at least one for the show so
Okay.
that we can do the definitely not phallic type taste test with it.
Yeah, nothing can possibly go wrong with us trying a popsicle or a corn dog live on the show.
Exactly.
I tell you, my brother-in-law has been sending me. Remember a couple weeks ago we tried the Coke Oreos and it had the popping rocks.
Yes.
So we both paused with our mouths open. I said, "Someone's going to screen cap that."
Mhm.
My brother-in-law Brad has been sending me every week or so a photo of me with my mouth open with something different in my mouth every time.
Perfect.
Last week it was my in-laws, which was
Oh,
like just a picture of them like standing arm in arm, and I was like getting ready to swallow them whole, I guess was the bit from Brad. So yeah, I think corn dogs and popsicles we'll try off camera. We'll put a
Yes.
picture of the box on the screen while we taste for our own well-being.
That's fair. I mean, I've got no shame, but yeah, it's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah. By the way, we should mention Fredo's because we mentioned last week Chef Mike
Mm-hmm.
has been out there. The guy who used to work for McDonald's corporate. He was like would invent stuff for McDonald's.
Yeah.
He's a big social media influencer in the food world, and he's been sharing a series of videos from Fredo's. He went back last week and tried the Thanksgiving pizza. And Fredo's, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
invented that.
Yes.
And Fredo's are very friendly people.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, hey man, I've never seen them complain about other people making big mozzarella sticks. But
Right.
when other people started talking about Thanksgiving pizza, they're like, listen, you SOBs, we invented that. Get off our lawn.
Right.
We invented the Thanksgiving pizza. So if you're heading out to Fredo's soon, you should get it. 628 South Roselle Road, the big like 2-pound slice
Yeah.
with potatoes and turkey and stuff. Oh my God. It is exactly what you imagine it to be. It's as amazing as you imagine it to be, as everything from Fredo's is. So go check that out, Fredo'sPizza.com. Use the code I'm fat and you'll save 10% on your order. And we also want to remind people with the holidays approaching, they offer personal chef services. So if you've got a big family party and it's a little bit daunting and you're like, how am I going to make all this food and keep the house clean and all this stuff? Or you got a corporate party, you got to feed your staff for a holiday party. hit up Fredo's, see what they have to offer for you, and it might make more sense financially and honestly mental health wise in terms of getting something like that going. Just let Fredo's handle all of it. You can go to fredospizza.com for more info on that as well. Should we save the Homewood stuff or should we get to it? I think we should save it. I want people to be listening because it was so damn good.
Okay.
So talk about Trader Joe's. One of my favorite places. There's always something amazing at Trader Joe's. I'm a big fan of it's actually Pirate's Booty, but it's like puff corn treat or something.
Okay.
At Trader Joe's. Well, they have, and maybe they've had this for a while, but I just found it. It's the same idea, but it's jalapeno flavored.
Ooh, okay.
Dude, I'm like just sitting there mindlessly, like watching TV last night. I'm like, this is 2/3 gone. I need to stop.
Yeah, that's pretty much, that's the explicit purpose for Pirate's Booty or Pirate's Booty adjacent.
Yeah, it goes really fast and you don't get full from it, and it's really, really good. And it is hard to stop when you have that stuff. And the same thing with got the Costco, the Annie's cheddar smiles too.
Yeah.
And that's a big bag. It's a Costco bag.
Yeah.
And I think like 2-3 sit downs, I took that thing down.
Nice.
It's not great. Not great for my overall health.
I was going to say, it sounds good.
No, it was very good, but just it's one of those, all fat guys get the shame moment. You're like, I just polished off 2/3 of a Costco bag of cheese puffs.
I never thought I was actually going to say this on the podcast. Did I tell you about my shame moment from a few weeks ago?
I don't think so.
So I had a shame moment where just like instinctively, before I thought about any of it, I lied about it happening. Which shockingly did not go over well, nor should it have.
Well,
that I had like an afternoon to myself or something. And for dinner, I was like, okay, I really want pizza, but I got instead of doing my usual, get a smaller medium or something like that, got me a large, polished off the large. So, and I had like a relatively late lunch. So I instinctively lied about it.
Well, before you shame yourself too badly, where was the pizza from?
Rosati's. Rosati? Yeah, Rosati's.
Oh, a thin crust. It's a salad.
Yeah, true.
Thin crust.
Actually, no, I lied. That time it was a loose thin crust.
Oh, that's paper thin. That's like basically not eating.
I won't mention the double cheese and the pepperoni, but it was not great.
I tried to help you.
I know.
I really did.
There's no saving me on that one. But yeah, I was so ashamed that in the moment I just instinctively lied because I knew it was bad.
Yeah, how'd that go with Sam?
Not great.
Did you get a lecture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was warranted.
Sure. But I mean, people have to understand that when we lie about fat stuff, it's not personal. We're not trying to, it's more shame-based than it is.
It was extremely shame-based.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like that feeling where also like I hit that point of being too full. Like I hit that point too. It was like going into it, I was like, okay, I know what I'm doing and I'm not exactly proud of it. Yeah, that was the other thing. Sam said that someone forgot that she had camera notifications. That's correct, because I forget it, like the ring or whatever at the door.
Oh.
So I was also too lazy to go get it myself, so I had it delivered.
Oh, I was like, camera notifications. That means she gets a text anytime you snap a photo?
God, no.
That'd be bad. That'd be
terrible
for a lot of people.
Right.
Not us, but just like, whoo.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was something that happened.
But what's nice about Sam is she's not mad that you did it. She's upset. She's not mad. She's disappointed. She's disappointed that you weren't honest with her.
Right.
And I have found, as someone who defaults to lying because of my shame-based youth.
Yeah.
As we enter the therapy room,
right.
That I am a quick liar to default to,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not good. And I'm learning that the
Not necessary.
the little one that lives upstairs, the 14-year-old, has taken to her daddy's ways,
Oh,
which is not super great, but we're working on it.
yeah.
So anyway, yeah, it's not personal. It's definitely like about us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we both live with women who understand us and will
Very much so.
sympathize with those weak moments we have and love us
Yeah.
anyway. And that's what it's
Right. Mm-hmm.
all right, let's make a fart joke or something. We're getting too serious.
Yeah, seriously. Let's see what else. Oh, I might as well just stay on the ice cream train here.
Sure.
So there's a new batch of candy bars that are getting the novelty ice cream snack treatment.
Yes.
And this one has one that is very, very intriguing to me. The list is Baby Ruth, Butterfinger, 100 grand.
Yeah, that's the one.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. 100 grand ice cream bar would be awesome.
Yeah, it's like it's basically like add a crunch element to a Twix bar, I would assume, something to that effect.
Yeah, or the frozen Milky Way would be similar too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or I shouldn't say crunch element because there are those little like there is a little bit of crunch to the Twix, but like maybe a different type. I don't know.
Like the puff, the
Yeah.
Nestle Crunch.
What what is that in this is probably a stupid question, but in the Twix ice cream bar, what is the little like it's like almost like the size of like half of a fingernail, give or take, like little crunch that's in there. It's probably just like some sort of small cookie or cracker.
Yeah,
or
it says it's
whatever.
cookies. Twix ice cream bars are made with creamy vanilla ice cream layer with smooth caramel and a crunchy cookie.
Yeah.
So yeah,
like, yeah, something like that. I definitely had a phase where the Twix ice cream bars were being consumed.
Oh, those are
consistently.
Dude, all the candy ice cream bars are great.
Yeah.
I know you're not a peanut butter guy.
Yeah.
The Butterfinger one intrigues me because part of what I love about a Butterfinger is the texture of it.
Yes.
And I don't think like I love the flavor. Like I'm thinking if it's going to taste like a Butterfinger Blizzard.
Okay, because I was wondering that too, of how do you simulate that texture in the ice cream form?
I think what they'll do is it'll probably be the equivalent of a Butterfinger Blizzard.
Okay.
So they'll just take that peanut butter, it's like toffee almost, is kind of for lack of a better description, and mix that up into vanilla ice cream, and then that will be coated in chocolate, which I'm here for.
Right.
I don't think it's not going to give you the full experience of a Butterfinger, because that's to me what makes a Butterfinger great is that toffee-ish inside that gives it that crunch and that texture. That's what makes it special. Otherwise, it's just another peanut butter chocolate.
Yeah.
Which is good. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, the 100 Baby Ruth one,
it's fine.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm just it doesn't move the needle for me very much. But 100 grand, yes,
yeah, buddy,
that's gonna be great. I will try that for sure.
I cannot wait.
I have to take issue with a fast food favorite.
Okay.
And despite McDonald's, and for those that haven't noticed, if you don't have the app, once a week you can get a $1 10-piece nugget. So that's a PSA. So props to McDonald's for that.
Okay.
However, there's some things that McDonald's should never change.
Okay.
Their Coke.
Sure.
Their Diet Coke.
Sure.
Taste of their burgers.
Okay.
It is the way it goes, right? That they've been made. They changed their straws.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go fries or something.
Oh no, of course, don't change your fries. Like all these things that are, I would almost go like if those are all 1A tier things to never change. 1AA or 1AB is the straws. They had perfect straws. They were the right diameter. They were the right material. Now they've got these weird clear straws that are almost like, I like to chew my straw when I'm done with it.
Okay.
It'll fold end over a couple times, give it like a little thick thing to chew on while I drive. Stop it. Grow up, Richard.
Oh, come on.
Well,
That
now,
didn't deserve that.
I know, I think it did. But now it's like weird and soft, and it had like a weird smell to it.
It's just not helping.
It had almost like a gasoline smell to it.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah.
I like the smell of gasoline.
Oh, not in my mouth.
Fair.
Yeah. If anyone's tried these new McDonald's straws, like, this is outrageous. I'm sure they're better for the environment and the turtles and all that stuff. Fine. I get that. Like, I understand. And at the end of the day, it didn't change the taste of the Coke that much. I probably think it did because I was mad about it.
Okay.
I was like, this is different. I don't know if it actually was. But they've offset the $1 McNuggets with the clear straws. This cannot stand. Just their straws were perfect. And I know you're not the biggest McDonald's guy.
Sure.
But straws make a difference.
Yes, they do.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I wanted to hear.
See, Daniel is with me.
I am just clearly describing straws, Daniel.
Okay.
That's what I don't know what you guys are thinking. And Matt says that is a premium straw. See, Matt knows what I'm describing. Couldn't possibly be anything else.
Right. As long as we're talking about other fast food things and mentioning the apps as well, Wendy's, who I feel like I don't hear as much about in terms of use of their app or good deals or whatever. Not saying they don't exist.
Oh,
I'm just saying, I'm just saying I haven't heard of anything about it. However, starting today through December 29th, in the app, you can get a $3.99 spicy chicken sandwich.
That's a solid deal. Regular price $4.75-ish.
I think it might even tilt $5.
It might be, it might be closer to $5.
Also, think about this. A spicy chicken sandwich from Wendy's, which is a pillar item in the fast food community, or at least has been for a long time.
It is.
Yeah. Still cheaper than a cheesy gordita crunch.
That ain't right.
It's asinine.
I will say the Wendy's spicy chicken is so good that I take the risk of biting into the lava pocket that exists in every spicy chicken sandwich.
Yes.
For whatever reason, I would say 1 in every 4 spicy chickens I get, the fryer grease will make its way into the breading and just settle itself very nicely for one specific bite. And you inevitably take a bite and deep fry half your face.
Right. You basically like took a bite out of a corn baller.
Yes. That's odd. Oh my God. Yes, it is. And I know it's coming. And I could just, so people in the South Burbs are going to be pissed at me for this, and rightfully so. So the McDonald's I go to is the one in, I think it's Dixmoor. So it's like 140. It's like Sibley and Dixie Highway.
You're really not helping your cause today.
So it's like Dixie Highway north. I turn left on Sibley, get that Wendy's, and then the Wendy's is about a third of a mile to the entrance to 57.
Okay.
So inevitably, I pull out of the driveway, reach into the bag, start unwrapping the sandwich. First bite I'm taking as I'm merging. Every time. And I'll have like the wrapper like over my face as I'm taking my first bite as I'm merging. I give it a good peek before I merge.
Question. What would happen if you waited and took that same bite, but you were already on?
We'll never know.
Okay.
There's no way to know. I don't know how we would ever figure that out. I'm not interested in knowing.
Okay.
I'm not interested in your experiments or your pseudoscience. The food is purchased.
You need to do your own research.
The food will now be eaten.
Yeah.
There will be no delay between purchase and eat. That's like, dude, like bringing Wingstop home is hard.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
It smells so good.
I think they taped the bag shut because of me. Because they just want to be barehanding.
Right.
Oh, we've gotten that a bunch since I think I've had Wingstop twice since our last show.
Nice. Dude, it's so good.
The hot honey rub is so good. That's kind of become my go-to, and it's no longer in the like special sauces section. I think it's here to stay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I gotta check to see if
The what?
I think mine is gone.
What was it again? The
The sweet barbecue blaze.
okay. So when I went in the first time,
Okay.
they had it advertised for a sandwich only. Does that make sense?
I had it on wings.
Okay, maybe they just didn't take the sign down.
Yeah, that could be because now I'm on the website. I'm checking all the flavors, and it's not there anymore.
Mm. I will say, unlike Taco Bell,
Mm-hmm.
Wingstop seems to say we're going to try something, and if people like it, we'll keep it. So
Well,
hopefully,
then people are dumb if they didn't do enough to keep this.
well, I think if you're doing a limited time thing, and maybe someone who works in fast food would know this better, they probably produce enough of it for a trial,
Sure.
and then say, okay, is this something we want to bring back? Great, now let's mass
Mhm.
produce it and have it part of our everyday rotation.
Yeah, the item refractory period.
Yes. Boy, we are full of innuendo today. By the way, someone did the experiment on that Cajun at B-Dubs. It's in the Ask a Fats later, so we'll get to that.
Okay.
You sent me another story that delighted me. The look-alike contest from this weekend.
Yes, it's so stupid,
Yes.
but I absolutely love it. And it's just very Chicago to be like, hey, there's anything Chicago on the TV, we have to revere it. And mind you, it's the bear. So like,
Eat it into the ground.
oh, yes. So the fact that in Humboldt Park there was a Jeremy Allen White lookalike contest, and just the fact that you had two options of shows that you could go with in theory for that, but the winner was definitely dressed like CREAMi, and I mean that's pretty good.
That is good. He looks like him,
Mm-hmm.
yet is not as attractive as him by any.
He looks like if Jeremy Allen White was related to the Chelioses.
Oh, that's good. If you order Jeremy Allen White on Temu.
Yes, exactly.
But he's got like the other thing about it is he has the hair like layout correct.
Mhm. I feel like that's the key.
He's also properly built.
Yeah.
Where he is muscular but not like jacked.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost as if the guy has been training for this event his entire life.
Right.
Because everything about this guy looks like CREAMi.
Mm-hmm.
Except I don't see women thirsting over him the way they thirst over the actual actor. It's a cute idea, though.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Is he holding a pack of Marlboros? It looks like it.
Yes, that was part of the prize. The prize was $50 on a pack of Marlboro Reds.
I missed the prize.
Yeah. I think a little trophy came with it too.
Yeah, I think he's got the Marlboro Reds and the trophy in his left hand, and probably the $50 gift card or whatever it is in his right.
Oh, that's wonderful.
But he did good.
Yeah.
He did good. And it's funny, you see like the picture of the other lookalikes trying to hold him up and celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
Very cute. It's a clever idea. I like stuff like that.
Yeah. People are dumb and have time on their hands, and I love it.
Why not?
Yeah.
Hey man, the world's on fire. Let's enjoy it.
Right.
All right. Hey, do us a favor. If you're looking for a new car,
Mhm.
please consider our friends at Mazda of Orland Park, right there on 159th Street, 8910 West 159th Street, to be exact. We say this all the time. You can kind of buy a Mazda anywhere. Prices are sort of similar, comparable, whatever. And you can go say, hey, this guy has it cheaper. Give it to me for this. And they'll say, okay, cool. But what you get at Mazda of Orland Park that you don't get elsewhere is the incredible service. And even if someday I choose not to buy a Mazda for some reason, like maybe some car company wants to just give me a car, that'd be cool. I would accept that. I would still try to take it to Mazda of Orland Park for service because they do such a damn good job. Transparency, thorough. I got yelled at by my car today saying, hey, you're overdue for an oil change. I literally got like a message on the screen like, time for service, dumbass. Because it's just every time you go, they plug into your computer like the last time you got this done. So if you go too far, the system will alert you, which is good because I sort of lost track because my little sticker fell off. It tells me like when I'm due. Do you have one of those on your car?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that fell off. So I'm like, well, I guess I just don't need one ever again. Nope.
Yeah, that's how it works.
So I'll be heading to Mazda of Orland Park this week for an oil change and just their incredible service. So check them out, MazdaofOrlandPark.com. I got Hope a great birthday present. I may have mentioned this a couple times
Mhm.
on the pod, but not with the depth I'm going to now. I got her a Ninja CREAMi, which is a blender that makes ice creams and slush
Oh,
and
okay.
all this sort of thing. So the way it works,
I was gonna say we really have a theme today.
we do. Yeah. It is very cool though. So the way it works is give you these plastic like cups, and that's where you add your mix. So you'll
Mhm.
add like the milk and all the toppings you want, and then you freeze that for a day.
Okay.
And then you put this in the CREAMi, and you can add toppings, and you can add whatever you'd like.
Mhm.
And then the blender blade literally goes like up and down through this canister. So it whips it like thoroughly and evenly.
Okay.
And you can even set it so it doesn't whip the very top if you want to have like Oreo on top kind of ice cream or something like that.
Oh, wow.
It's really great. So Hope has been experimenting with this thing for a long time. I'm gonna be honest, like I wasn't sure what to get Hope for her birthday.
Mhm.
We're at the point now where like we pretty much have everything we need, and let's do something fun for birthdays. And we had been talking about it, and she's like really taken to it, and she's experimenting like crazy. We've done like orange juice, like like orange cream ice cream. She's done
Oh,
coffee.
nice.
She's done all different kinds. She did apple cider, and then this weekend our friends came over. We had it with Jameson.
Ooh,
Poured a shot into
yeah.
the bowl, and that, like really really good. What she made marshmallow ice cream this week, and what she did was she soaked marshmallows in milk,
Okay.
and then used those marshmallows and that milk to make the CREAMi. And I know she's going to yell at me tomorrow after she listens to this.
Yeah.
Got it all wrong. This is what I did. And I'll correct it next week.
Yeah.
I think that's what she said.
Yeah, it's at some point we're just gonna need to have like the midweek episode of corrections
Sam and Hope
from
show.
from Sam and Hope. Yep.
The I'm an Idiot podcast. Or
I really like my idiot podcast.
he's dumb podcast.
Mhm.
That might be better.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you're the kind of person that will use a device like this more, like, because I feel like there's been times in my life where I've been really excited about something and I buy it and I use it for a week and then it just collects dust.
Mhm.
And that was kind of our fear with the CREAMi. So I bought it on Amazon and just like, let's just see how often we use it. And if after like 3 weeks you've used it twice, we'll just return it. No
Sure.
hurt feelings. Amazon doesn't care, right? Like,
Right.
fine. But she's making 3 or 4 of these a week,
Nice.
and it's all different and creative. And you can make like Slurpees with it, and like
Mhm.
root beer floats, and it does a ton of stuff. But I just think it was really cool that they thought up like, okay, how can we make this where it's not just your another like ice cream maker that just like constantly just stirs, and it's just
Sure.
okay, it's ice cream, but it's not really. She's made Italian ice with it.
Hmm.
So it has all these different like texture capabilities to it. But the way that blade spins, where it goes up and back down, and depending on how like whatever you're making, it'll do it more or less. But it takes about 2 minutes. It is loud as hell.
Okay.
If you have someone in your home who is like sensitive to loud noises,
Mhm.
be warned, it is about 2 minutes of nonstop loud blending.
Okay.
But if you're into that and you're creative in that way, highly recommend it. I'm sure there'll be a massive Black Friday sale on them, or
Sure.
wait for a deal. I think I got ours for like $200. I think it probably usually goes for about 3. Um, but we've gotten a lot of use out of it, and every time we give it to people, like, hey, we made this, try it. They all love it. So it's really good. The Ninja CREAMi, try it. And there's also a Ninja Slushy, which I
Oh.
think is more like smoothies. That
Mhm.
can also do a Slurpee, but that leans more smoothie than ice cream. So whatever you would use more, do the research on them. But I think the CREAMi would probably be a little more useful for our audience,
Yeah.
if you know
That's
what
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter the context, hopefully, for
No.
everybody out there.
Yes. No, can't misconstrue that one.
Right. Okay. So the last thing I have is something that I was very excited about and also then got very mad about. So, just perusing, food news, fast food news, and I see Burger King They're getting into the nostalgia game. Coming back. Cine Minis.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, right?
Yes. Hell yes.
A 4-pack for $2.50. Let's go.
We're back.
Right?
We're back, everybody.
Yeah, exactly. People will find the poorly placed Burger King near them and they will go get the Cine Minis, which is exciting because like Cine Minis they were just like something that was very specific to like what was that, like mid late 90s.
I would say so. That seems right.
Yeah, like it was just the perfect thing. And with this, you'll be able to get them all day. So I'm like, okay, cool. It doesn't even have to be breakfast, all this stuff. And then I keep scrolling on the article and past all of the excitement, a couple pictures of ads,
Naturally.
only in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Why? Why only there? What about Miami and Fort Lauderdale makes people go, you know what? They need Cine Minis. Everybody else, fuck off.
This is upsetting.
Yeah. I almost feel bad that I bait and switched you, but I needed to convey how I felt in that moment.
Yeah.
Like, cool. I could go to Burger King and get my like 2 double cheeseburgers that I usually get, or maybe go down to 1 double cheeseburger, some fries, and get Cine Minis.
Or put the Cine Minis in the burger.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that's upsetting. I mean, the hope is they're just testing them and see how they go.
Hopefully.
I think they're probably of the mind of like, okay, are people less willing to eat stuff this unhealthy now? But I think in about a month or two, people will be comfort eating again.
Yeah. Oh, a month or two. You mean when it actually gets like below freezing at any point?
Yes, and other things will make people seek comfort, food wise. So, yeah, I think that they'll find that people are willing. Like it's the same thing, like Krispy Kreme going to McDonald's. And for me, I was like, "What's the big deal? They're right across the street from each other." Then I realized that not everybody lives where I live, and there's not a lot of Krispy Kremes. But dude, you're so right about the placement of Burger Kings.
Yeah.
Why are they so hard to find?
I don't know. The only one that I can even think of that is actually on a corner is in Warrenville, just off of 59. It's I'm trying to think of how far it is from like the exit onto 88.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, it's not super close. It's like maybe a mile north, something like that.
Yeah,
But
they're all. I mean, I'm sure it's
weird.
just cheaper real estate.
Sure.
I feel like I'll be driving along in my Mazda, like, man, I really could use McDonald's. Like, oh,
Right.
there it is.
And you're also wondering why you're swerving in your lane.
I'm eating to finish my Wendy's. Yeah. I'm swerving a lot as I drive, but I feel like there's always a McDonald's when you need one. And I'm sure there's, again, this would be a good question for someone who knows this stuff. Like, there's got to be like a scientific method that McDonald's uses to place their restaurants, and Burger King's like, F that. We're just going to throw darts at a map and put Burger King there.
Yep.
Actually, I feel like Burger King is doing the opposite. Like, where are the least convenient places for people, and we'll put our Burger Kings there, or like the least memorable intersection that you can possibly think of. And I have 2 within like 3 miles of my house, I would say. Neither convenient, neither a place I pass with any regularity.
Yeah. McDonald's is like they were early adopters of analytics, and Burger King is bunting for every run.
They're the Red Sox. McDonald's is the Red Sox, and Burger King is the White Sox. Yeah, exactly. All right. I want to get to Homewood Brewing Company. I guess I should have probably done the Nick and Ivy brewing ad earlier.
Whoops.
But maybe there'll be a collab in the future. Nick and Ivy in Lockport, just a beautiful place. If you've never been, I know our people are starting to head out there because we're getting a lot of feedback about it. The address is 1026 South State Street, right there in beautiful historic downtown Lockport. This week, Wednesday, they've got live music and the re-release of their 2-year Nick of Time. Thursday, $5 pints. Friday, live music by Dan Jeslis. I think I said that right. And then Sunday, they got yoga and brew at 9:45 a.m. You can sign up on their website. Go check them out. The beer is incredible. The vibes are immaculate. It's like it's great. And they don't have food there, but you can bring food in from any of the great places right there. We recommend highly Taco Heaven. The place next door is called Stagecoach. I think that's what it's called. Something like that. I don't know. You can't miss it. It's like a Western looking place right next to Nick and Ivy, and they've got good burgers and that sort of stuff. And just bring it in, hang out. Maybe you'll see yourself a Fred Hubner because he basically lives there.
Yeah.
So go check him out, 1026 South State Street in Lockport. Okay, so I've been talking about this place for a while. Juice WRLD, the rapper, who passed away a few years ago, was a student at Homewood Flossmoor High School. His family is local. And his parents decided that they're going to open this brewery in his memory. And those who are familiar with the downtown Homewood area, it's at the location of the old Bogart's Steakhouse, which has been closed since I had lived here, which is 2016 we moved here.
Oh, wow.
And it seems like when we got here, it had been closed long before that, Bogart's. So finally, they sold the space. The address 18225 Dixie Highway in downtown Homewood. And I'm just going to share some pictures of the inside of this place. It is such a cool space.
Wow.
And from what I understand, Juice WRLD's parents are not restaurateurs. They're not people that have done this before. They just wanted to do something for the community in the memory of their son. So what they did was they just got a bunch of advisors and just listened to what they said. Construction people, restaurant people, chefs, everything. They just took everybody's advice and just ran with it, which is smart.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of times these days, like new businesses open and they're just kind of like doing their own thing or trying to make it as profitable as they can, as quickly as they can. And it's understandable, but it's also probably not the best business model, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, we went, started with had a couple cocktails. I didn't try the beer. We went with Brian and Sarah. Brian tried the beer, loved it. But I got a drink called the oh my God, I wrote it down and now I'm losing it.
Like you don't remember what it is, or you can't read your own handwriting?
I can't remember the name of it.
Okay. I was going to say, either way, it's not great.
I knew it was funny. The Don't Call Me Shirley. Nice. So it's a boozy Shirley Temple. So it says the quintessential first cocktail: Tito's handmade vodka, lemon lime soda, grenadine, and cactus flower sour, our prickly pear sour beer, topped with a maraschino cherry. I mean, that just hit the spot. Super refreshing. First sip, I'm like, there's no booze in this. And then I stirred it. I'm like, oh, yep, there's booze in this. That's really good. Hope got the spicy jalapeno paloma, which has a big wedge of grapefruit in there. And they've got the rimmed glass with tahini and salt. It's
okay.
A combo of the both. She loved it. I think she had 3 of those.
Nice.
And it was great. We got for an appetizer, I didn't take a picture of these. They didn't last long enough. The Bowden balls.
Okay.
Which are like Cajun. Cajun is kind of the
theme.
I would say is the vibe here.
Nice.
So the Bowden balls are Cajun pork, Bowden panko crust, and toasted pecan romesco.
Do they look like Chris Bowden?
They do, yes. They have little suits.
Yeah.
And they look just like Chris Bowden. No, but they're I'm sure it's like Bowden. I'm sure should be saying that in a French way. But they were great, and the sauce under them was just perfect. So good. Sarah got the cod bites, which were little fried balls of fish that were terrific. And then she got the biscuit. Dude, it's called the cat head biscuit. Flaky buttermilk biscuit, black pepper, honey butter, and sea salt. Oh, this was probably the size of like the biggest iPhone. right? Like in terms of like size, and then it was about yay tall, like 2 inches tall,
Ooh, hell yeah.
and it had like that honey sweet like glaze on top, but not it wasn't sticky or liquidy. It was baked on.
Nice.
Dude, those were too good to take pictures of. They went too fast. So then for the entree, I was feeling pretty basic, so I got the smash burger and fries.
Okay.
This was absolutely great. They offer Cajun seasoning on their fries.
I was just gonna say that looks like Cajun seasoning on the fries. There's
Yes,
like a natural cut there. But the bun on that burger looks awesome.
the bun was great, super soft. It had no chewiness to it. I hate chewy buns.
Okay.
The bun was nice and soft and perfect, a little bit toasted, but not overly so.
Hmm.
Two good sized smash burgers, 2 slices of cheese, lettuce, tomato. It comes with, everything you'd want. Oh, and they had a bone marrow aioli on it.
Oh.
And I'm like, look, I'm not usually an aioli guy, but I
Mhm.
am something like that. I'm not leaving off. I'm so glad I left it on. It was absolutely fantastic, amazing. And then Hope got the chicken sandwich here, the breaded chicken. And when I saw this come out, I'm like, that's going to be too much crunch and not enough chicken.
Yeah.
Totally wrong.
Hmm.
Full of chicken, juicy, plump. It was amazing. And look, anytime you're going to a place for the first time, you're kind of going with the assumption of like it's not going to be the smoothest experience.
Sure.
You expect maybe one of your items won't be correct, or it'll be super slow, or something.
Mhm.
Something won't be right. Everything was perfect. It was unreal. So we went in Sunday at no, Saturday, whatever day, I don't know. Whatever day. This weekend. We went in, they start serving food at 4. So we went in at 3:30, had a couple drinks, and they're like, "Well, typically we would make you move to like the dining area, but like whatever, sit here, we'll have a server come." And we were at like a big tile communal table, like right behind the bar.
Okay.
So we just sat there, had our meals, like came out quick. You pay, they bring you the little toast thing to pay. You just oh no, actually it was a QR code on my receipt. So
Oh,
you
that's
scan the
interesting.
QR code, it opens up the toast app,
Mhm.
and then you just pay from there, tip you, and then after I paid, it said, "What did you think of this item? Thumbs up, thumbs down. What did you like about it? What didn't you?" Which is really
That's
cool for
cool.
a new business.
Yeah.
You can just offer that feedback right away, and they can make adjustments if they feel necessary.
Hmm.
I went in kind of like it's been being built so long. I've built it up so much in my head. I went in kind of expecting to be somewhat disappointed,
Mhm.
right? Like, I don't know, like it's too like almost like a too good to be true kind of
Yeah.
a thing. It blew the doors off. And like Sarah and Brian are very particular about cocktails. They have a high expectation, they have a high level of knowledge on how to make them
Mhm.
and consume them, and they love the cocktails. Like I'm a simpleton. Like that tasted good.
Yes.
Here we go. That's a good cocktail. Like everybody was very impressed with what they had, and
Mhm.
I can't wait to go back. And all that told, so I had one. I think Hope had. I don't know. She had 2 or 3. I want to say she had 2 of those uh, spicy palomas, 2 entrees, an app.
Mhm.
It's like $100.
Okay.
It's not bad. Like the cocktails were pricey,
Mhm.
but the food was not crazy pricey.
That's fair then.
It's a nice exchange, right? So if you want to check it out, the website is homewoodbrew.com. You can look at their menus. They've got the beer menu, the cocktail menu, everything's on there. But there's just so much I wanted to try. Like they had 12-hour brisket stew, something called Not Your Mom's Meatloaf,
Hmm.
Cajun cornmeal fried shrimp, which I'll try sometime when Hope's not with me. They had
Yeah.
seafood stew, shrimp po' boy, a portobello mushroom sandwich. I mean, everything was just killer. It was so good. I cannot wait to go back. And it's gonna be one of those places where I'm gonna go back and get the same thing because it was so good.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. You have all the best of intentions to try different things, but
100%.
then when you're staring at the 95, like what the 98-mile-an-hour fastball,
Yeah. It's hard to pass up.
yeah.
It's I was really impressed. So again, if you want to go try it out, right there in downtown Homewood, homewoodbrew.com is the website. The address 18225 Dixie Highway. When you pull up on it, the space is so impressive. It looks so nice from the outside. And every time I drive by, I don't jerk the wheel into it. I'm looking in like, oh, like it's coming along nicely in there. You can see everything coming to fruition. And there is a nice outdoor, it's like covered, but outdoor patio on the second floor.
Okay.
And a bunch of pinball machines up there on the second floor. Just really great. So if you're anywhere in the South Burbs and you're looking for something different, or if you just want to make a road trip on a weekend, you're tired of the city, head out to Homewood and try Homewood Brewing Company. It's fantastic. And then stick around and have lessons. And then go to BNY and go to Dairy Queen and Zarlingos and all the great places in Homewood.
I was going to say, okay, Howard Dean, where are we going next?
Yes, I'm so happy it's good.
Yes.
I've been waiting for it for so long and it's here and it's like, I like seriously left there like with a hop in my step thinking, great, this is here. It's going to succeed. It was crowded. There were people in there. They've got a parking lot in the back. Like it's just, they knocked it out of the park. And I just hope that the only fear would be like if business isn't consistently great or if they have a tough winter, they might get spooked. Stick with it. Your food is great. Your drinks are great. The atmosphere is wonderful. It is such a needed gem in downtown Homewood. Just it is going to be a very focal point for the village here for years to come. I could not have been more impressed. So
that's awesome.
Welcome to Homewood Brewing Company. Outstanding. I've not hit them up for advertising yet, but I might not. I might just let them be.
Yeah.
Just smooth sailing. All right. I'm moist. Time to ask the Fats.
Yes.
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. It's been 1 week since my last confession.
Okay, my son. What is your confession?
I'm fat.
Ask a Fat is brought to you by our buddy, Charlie the Bacon Guy, and here he is with this week's Bacon Report.
Thanks, Jay. This week we have Jardinera, French toast, Cajun, Applewood smoked bacon, buffalo, raspberry chipotle, ranch, rosemary, jalapeno garlic, and Cajun bacon.
Damn.
Just coming off the smoker is cherry Dr. Pepper, red wine, Nashville hot, maple pepper, and more rosemary.
Busy.
Bacon jams are the original and the bourbon. I have a large batch of original made, and I can turn it into anything you'd like. So think about that before you place your next order.
Okay.
Quick side note for next week. We are out of town starting on Saturday and won't be back until Friday after Thanksgiving. So if you've got an order and we're hoping to pick it up, let's do it before Friday of this week. I've already reached out to those of you who have placed your orders and need to pick up and or meet me for a delivery. But don't worry, I'm going to have plenty of bacon curing so that when I get back, I'll hit the ground running for all the orders that are going to come in over the next week.
He's not going to run.
For the Bacon Report, I'm Charlie the Bacon Guy.
There it is. That is all the all-star bacons are available. I mean, they're bacon. They're all all-star bacons, but jalapeno garlic, Jardinera, Cajun, cherry Dr. Pepper. These are like the ultimate Charlie the Bacon Guy bacon. So get your orders in. CharlieTheBaconGuy.com is the website. Start preparing for the holidays. Don't slam Charlie. Don't make him kill himself because you're a late preparer. Get your orders in now. Talk to him. Get a timetable. I'm telling you, if you've got like a grab bag situation or a Secret Santa situation at work, it doesn't even matter who you pull out of the hat, dude. They're going to love it. It's going to be amazing bacon. So order it now. It freezes up beautifully. It lasts forever in the freezer. Lasts a long time in the fridge too. Don't be afraid. It will be great until Christmas. Get in touch with Charlie and he'll get you squared away. CharlieTheBaconGuy.com. And he just said I sliced 4 more flavors and updating the website in a bit today. So Charlie in the chat, participating in the show, CharlieTheBaconGuy.com. If you want to get in touch with him to plan a bigger order or a custom order, CharlieTheBaconGuy@gmail.com. Our voicemail number is 708-858-3314. We did not get any voicemails this week, which is fine, but we do have a myriad. Damn it. I did it wrong. We have myriad emails.
Yes.
Not a myriad of.
Right.
Correct. We have myriad emails.
Ask a fat about this and that. It's time to chat with the fats.
Before we start, it is time for my monthly. Please punctuate.
Oh god.
Please, just before you hit send, just like read it once, because we want to read all your emails, but if they're not readable or they don't make sense, we can't read them on the show without sounding like idiots, and we do that enough on our own. We don't need help.
Right.
So please, like, just proofread.
Like,
Titan, just saying Titan.
Yes. Titan.
Yes. Commas, periods are your friends. I don't care about capitalization. That's fine.
Right.
Even the possessive apostrophe S, if you leave that out, that's fine. But if I can't read it, I can't read it.
3 syllables. Grammarly.
It is free. It's a little intrusive, but
It is kind of intrusive.
I have the premium. I pop for it.
Oh,
As someone who writes 4 or 5 times a week, like,
that's fair. You get
only
that CHGO money, and then you can afford things like premium Grammarly.
it's a write-off.
True.
The only problem with it is when I'm transcribing what hockey players are saying,
Oh yeah.
I'm really like this is so poor. I'm like, I can't change it. It's a quote.
Yeah, exactly. It's a quote, and also, how do you correct?
Obviously, like to obviously get the puck in deep, obviously, and obviously, you said obviously 47 times in that
Yeah,
sentence. Is that
that's the one that got me the most when I was cutting tape all the time was Rip Hamilton. When the short time he was on the Bulls, didn't matter what the question is. He always started every answer with, "Well, I says."
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Who was it Cordell who says at the end of the day constantly?
I think so.
I think it was Cordell Stewart always said at
Yeah.
the end of the day. And then Chris Tannehill, being
Mhm.
the production genius he is at the Score,
Mhm.
realized that Ryan Poles answers every question with "yeah," then the thought.
Yeah.
So remember last year, everyone thought there was a vote of confidence for Justin Fields because he started the quote with "yeah." It's like, hey, do you believe Justin's your guy for the future? Yeah. We're always evaluating that sort of, but people saw the word "yeah," and it was just a crutch, not an actual affirmation. Good job, Chris Tannehill, pointing that out. Affirmative.
Yeah.
Well done. What was the one? That was when I almost drove off the road when Terry bike cracking infer.
Oh god, that was such a good one.
All right, enough grabassery. To the emails we go.
Yes.
It's our friend Darby. Hey boys, it's Darby again, the girl with the spoon in her purse. Of course, we remember that. I don't know if this is new, but it's new to me, so I snapped a picture of this 1 pound soft pretzel I spotted in the frozen pizza aisle at Pick and Save. It's a Kroger chain. Parts of the other pizza boxes nearby were left in for scale. I did not purchase this monstrous wonder and have regretted it since. Maybe there's a Bavarian beast in my future. Insert joke of your choice here. Yours in fatness, Darby. Here is the pretzel. That is the Bavarian beast.
Darby also understood the assignment for today's podcast, apparently.
Really? That's a huge bitch. Serves 3 to 6 pretzel lovers.
2 to 3.
There's a lot of empty space in that pretzel. Let's be real.
Right. 1 to 3.
That does look good, though. I'll keep an eye out for that. I wonder, you pop that in the oven?
1 to 2.
1 to 1.
1.
0 to 1. Yeah, that looks good. I always worry about oven pretzels, though, because they can be kind of like, I don't know, they don't fully warm.
Yeah.
You're either going to get too gooey or too hard or too soft, or
It's as much of an oven question as anything else.
I wonder, now that's probably too big to air fry.
I would think so.
I would bet, though, you could buy like the super pretzels they sell and air fry those.
Yeah, that would make sense. Or if you are hell-bent on it, break it into a few pieces and then try and air fry it.
Yeah. Or get multiple air fryers.
Yeah, why not? You should.
Yeah.
Sam's dad loves his air fryer so much, he has a backup just in case the first one breaks.
Solid. That's what I'm talking about. Our air fryer and our dishwasher run on the same, what do you call it, circuit?
Yeah.
And if we run them at the same time, we blow that fuse every time. I need to find a way to like. I could just move the air fryer, but who wants to do that?
No, nobody.
Yeah.
All right,
I'd
this
rather
next
rewire my home than do that. Efficient.
this one's from Michael. He said, "Hey guys, I did your B-Dubs homework assignment by trying the Cajun sauce and wanted to share my thoughts. I don't know if either of you had this growing up, but sometimes my mom would use the store-bought quote good season Italian dressing
Oh
mix
yeah.
chicken or beef and cook it in the oven. I feel like the Cajun sauce reminds me of a spicier version of that Italian dressing flavor. I thought it was pretty decent."
Dude, I think he's right.
Yeah, like I like the
That was
Good Seasons brand. I remember. I don't specifically remember the flavors though.
But if you think, even if you're just going with the taste of Italian dressing,
Mm-hmm.
that was kind of the taste, but it was good. Like I know that sounds awful, like Italian dressing wings.
Right.
It's not, but there was like an underlying. Let's see, what are the spices in Italian dressing? To the internet, spices in Italian dressing. You should know this, Rick, because you're Italian.
Yeah.
Oregano, salt, parsley, garlic salt, onion powder, sugar, pepper, basil, thyme, celery salt. Yeah, I mean, those would all work on a wing if properly sauced with a more traditional, like more of a barbecue or a. That seems. I'm gonna again. This is a question for Hope.
Yeah.
She will know this, and she will say yes. That was a taste. I'll go give it another taste this week too, and maybe I'll bring some Italian dressing with me and be like,
Yeah. Right.
and then just compare and contrast the two.
Yes. Oh, and Michael continued. Also, I noticed when ordering my wings on the app that B Dubs now directly matches Wingstop's 20 boneless wings and fries for $16.99 deal, which I was pretty excited to see. Hopefully, they keep that around for a while.
Okay, that's good to know. So, yeah, 20 bone. That's a lot. That's a lot
Yeah.
of food for one person.
Mhm.
I mentioned last week, if you guys missed the episode, they also have a 2 entrees, 2 sides, and 2 drinks for $19.99. And one of those entrees available is a 10-piece boneless.
Nice.
That's a solid deal too.
Mm-hmm.
So check that out. All right, last one here comes from Chris, who says, since Thanksgiving is right around the corner, I have a 2
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris. I have a 2-part question. One, you go to sit down for Thanksgiving dinner and see what dish makes you think this is going to be a horrible meal. Okay. I mean, I know people love green bean casserole.
Yeah.
Keep it away from me.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Yeah. I mean, like, will I eat green beans as part of a meal? Yeah. But like a whole casserole? No, thanks.
No, I'm good.
It will not be making it to my plate.
There's no like, for me, Thanksgiving, you get so many options.
You can pick and choose.
Yeah. I'd be heartbroken though if I had like a Christmas vacation style turkey situation
Yeah.
where it's like,
I wouldn't.
it's inedible. Well, if for you, it would be ham.
Yeah. That's
If it
true.
was like, oh man, we screwed up the ham and it's not going to be here, that would ruin the day for me.
Mm-hmm.
That would ruin the day.
Yeah. I know with the thing with Sam's family is their dad always finds a beef tenderloin to bring down. So it's instead of ham, it's beef tenderloin, which oh no,
No,
twist
not
my
that.
arm.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, right.
Second part of Chris's question: what dish makes you think to yourself, "Time to unbuckle the pants. This is going to be great"? For me, aside from the bird, it's stuffing.
Mm-hmm.
Like if that stuffing doesn't look like a big bowl of croutons and it looks like a big, mushy, more colorful mashed potato,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris says, for me, green bean casserole ruins the meal, and a good stuffing, pork in my family, makes it. There you go. We're on the
Yeah,
same page.
stuffing's a great call. What else? I feel like stuffing really is it. I'm like trying to think of something else to be just different.
I
but
think having good corn is important too.
yeah.
Like buttery, well cooked
Mm-hmm.
corn it's a staple. Almost like sometimes corn can be so buttery, it's almost like a mashed potato too, where it's like
Yeah.
it's not just like loose little kernels, it just all comes together so beautifully. Oh man. I
Mhm.
cannot wait for Thanksgiving.
Yes. I'm ready. I'm very ready.
So
Also, not very happy that I have to work most of that week, but I mean, it's
good.
oh no, it's because I have 2 nice vacations in this calendar year. So,
Sure.
it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
But
the Thanksgiving for
whatever.
me is flanked by Hawks games. So
Oh,
the
on
day before,
both.
the day after.
That sucks.
That's all right. I got the day Thanksgiving days off, so it's all that matters. It's fine.
True.
And I'd
True.
rather do games than like practice and non game day show. By the way, as we're promoting, you should promote your bet stacks. By the way, we just added Alex Vlasic to the CHGO Sports roster, so he had his first appearance with CHGO Blackhawks Day, and he walked in with the crew from the Road to the Winter Classic documentary, and then Alex Brown and Lance Briggs were there today.
Oh,
So those two
nice.
got to meet, which was cool. And the Winter Classic crew's like, this is awesome. Can we use this stuff? So Lance and Alex had to sign like releases to appear in the documentary. So
That's cool.
look for that. And tell the people about the fat stacks, Rick. I saw you had a very good day the other day.
Yeah, I had one like an incredibly stupid good day on Fat Stack. So you can go to my Twitter or Blue Sky or whatever social media. I've posted it pretty much everywhere for the link to sign up. You can trial before committing to paying for it, but I'm hoping to provide value, and if nothing else, give people information so that hopefully they can make their own NBA betting decisions. That fun day that I had, I hit a 16-1 parlay. I hit a 12-1 parlay. And I want to say on the day I was up over 9 units, which is for an individual day is freaking awesome. So I'm not guaranteeing that's going to be every day or anything like that. But you know what? I'm hoping for like consistent, steady success. And it's going to come with ups and downs, as anything in betting does. But hey, like there's logic behind it. I hope you learn about basketball, like the sport even more, because that's honestly the base of it for me is that I love basketball and I've learned and I've gotten better at betting and I like betting. So come join in. Discord's fun. Sweating a lot of these props live is a lot of fun with people. So yeah, get involved.
I just threw the link into the chat on YouTube. I will throw it into the description of this podcast and future podcasts for those who are interested. So join. By the way, I had a talk with our buddy Tony Gill today.
Yeah.
And we found a basketball that was signed by somebody, and we found out it was Ayo Dosunmu. And I said, who is Ayo Dosunmu that I would know? Like, how good of a player is he? And Tony said, Jarrett Jack. Is he messing with me, or is that a true comp?
They're different styles of player, but in terms of level, I would say that's actually pretty good.
Okay, so IO banner going up in what year?
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, hey, that a lot of people around here like that because he's a U of I guy.
Herb likes it. And that's what matters.
Oh, absolutely.
If Herb likes you, I like you.
Yep. I would say to this, but like because Jarrett Jack had a nice long career and was better offensively than Io, so like he's probably held in higher esteem. But could Io get there? Absolutely.
Now I understand.
Yes.
More insights like this on Fat Stacks.
Follow us on all of our social media, including Blue Sky now at I'm Fat Pod. I'm Fat Pod at gmail.com. Check out Spotify, Patreon if you like, and I'm fatmerch.com. If there's not a sale right now, check back in like 20 minutes. There probably will be one. Lots of good designs on there. We got to come up with a new design. It's been a minute.
Okay, so I was going to close the show with this.
Oh.
But I'll stop the music. Do we create the Wheel of Fortune board?
I like to solve the puzzle. Okay, well, let's hear it. Treat yourself a round of sausage.
Yes.
Make a shirt.
Yes.
With
absolutely
a Wheel of Fortune board that says treat yourself a round of sausage.
Yes. 100% we do that.
Simultaneously, the greatest and worst answer in Wheel of Fortune history. The actual puzzle was give yourself a round of applause or treat yourself to a round of applause.
Something like that.
Treat yourself a round of sausage. And he said it so confidently.
It's not even a real sentence.
No, treat yourself.
Oh, God.
I'd like to buy a colon.
Yeah. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great. I love that. YouTube.com/I'm Fat Podcast, and like each video, subscribe, let us run in the background, even if you watched us live, just to help us out for the time spent listening, all that type of stuff. And subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe to the regular podcast feed, and leave us the old 5-star rating and review.
Yes.
And the best thing you can do is check out our sponsors: Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, Fredo's Culinary Kitchen, and Nick and Ivy Brewing. So for Jay, I'm Rick, and this is the I'm Fat Podcast.
I like to solve the puzzle. Okay, well, let's hear it. Treat your